Hey everybody, I just want to welcome you to week 8. I've got it up on student view right now, or maybe I don't. Oh, yes, I do. So I want to talk about what's coming up this week in week 8. A lot going on. Boy, oh boy. Nothing super horrendous in terms of manageability, but you do need to stay on top of things. Right up top, well, before this, you'll have the screencast launch for week 8, but I'm making it right now, so it's not showing. But underneath that, you'll see where you need to sign up for one of the live workshops. And when I say live, I mean live Zoom, but it's not a recording, it's a real live workshop that you can attend with your peers or me, and me, I should say. So while I apologize, the library wasn't offering anything that's immediately in our time frames. Um, they are offering 3 potentials, and I want it to be done during week 8. I have an alternative. If you just can't do these, make one of these. I can offer a sort of a pre-recorded option. It's not as fun because it's not live and you're not interacting with your peers in the librarian, but it can accomplish something really similar. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the link, pick one of these dates and register for it. I'm going to adjust our Zoom time accordingly, or our Zoom days. These are approximately 50 minutes long, so I don't want you to use up, in other words, I would have had this happen during one of our Zoom classes if it were possible. So I want to kind of credit you back to our Zoom class time. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right. In other words, so that you don't overinvest time in this particular class. I'll explain it when we get together this week. Anyway, so you're going to want to do that first of all. Go there and sign up for the workshop. Then, as you know, this week we're starting on the prospectus. The prospectus is the first actual component of the research paper. So you can see here I've got the instructions. This is going to be like regular old instructions in, say, a PDF format. Then I have real student sample prospecti. I think that's and you can look these up. I have them all on one PDF so you can scroll through them. You can see why the students scored what they did, on these samples. I also include the screencast version of the prospectus instructions in case you need them sort of narrated. Not need, but in case it's, I don't know, works for you better to have them narrated or explained. Maybe you remember them or hear it differently. So I've got that for you. You are going to need to identify primary, secondary, and you're going to need to know what these are, but you need to include a primary source in your paper. So one of the things the prospectus asks you to speculate on is a primary source. So don't forget to come down here and read about primary sources. This is how should I explain it? It's a website that I found that I think does a really good job of just explaining kind of how, I'm sorry, not that one. Already getting behind and I've just started the screencast. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about and click everything. I'm just going to tell you what everything is. Okay, so some of the stuff, is, do you know the difference between a substantive news source and a scholarly article? A popular press article might be something that's in TMZ or People magazine. Substantive news is something like the New York Times. They have a heavy-duty editorial board. People magazine probably has no editorial board. If they'll accept information and photographs from people. New York Times isn't quite scholarly, but it aims in that direction, and scholarly is not commercial. It is strictly the databases or coming from a scholarly website. Okay, so that's what that link is. Here you can find the prospectus for the rubric. What does it take to earn the grades you're looking for? Here's the link that you're going to need to upload for your prospectus. Remember, this prospectus, again, part 1 of the research paper. It's about 1.5 pages long. It's not formal. It is written in academic voice, but it is not a formal piece of writing. Here I kind of give you a web page, a really quick web page. This is the one I meant to talk about that helps you determine can you do a quick read of a scholarly article. I wish I could take more time to investigate the way this particular author does it, but it's really worth clicking on this link and spending 3 minutes and taking a look. Of course, with the library workshop, no matter when you take it, you are going to have a little activity to add, upload to kind of proof that you engaged in the library workshop. We've got one chapter this week called What's Motivating This Writer? Reading for the Conversation. We are also working toward the annotated bibliography this week. So darn, if there's not a ton happening. The annotated bibliography instructions, the screencast for it, sample student annotated bibliographies, rubrics for it, and then how you upload it. This one's going to be uploaded Saturday. Okay, so you have 2 big things for the research paper this week. You've got the prospectus that has to be uploaded by 11:59 p.m. Tuesday. You've got several more days. In those days, you're going to collect a total of 3 sources that you're going to annotate. The instructions are here, and those 3 sources in their correct format must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. Saturday. Okay, so this whole week is devoted toward two main components: the prospectus and the annotated bibliography. All right, so that is week 8 in a nutshell. A ton going on, and most of it is just you taking these, step by step, baby steps and then bigger steps to get these components finished. Okay, I know you can do it. I know that this is manageable even in a face-to-face class. So, get started. Don't let time drag. You guys did the grid. The grid is due on Saturday night for a reason, to get you ready for the prospectus. So once you've completed the grid, get started on the prospectus ASAP. All right, well, I will talk to you later in the week. You've got your marching orders, so have a great time. And you're going to be working on your chosen topic this week. So this paper is going to take on the life you give it. Have a good week, everybody.